Hello, this is Matt from Radionode team. I am going to introduce how to use the dataview function that shows the data of the sensor channel in a chart. The dataview is a function that makes it easy to view and compare the data of the sensor of interest to the user by schematizing it in graphs and tables. Views created by user settings remain as a list and can be viewed again by clicking at any time. There are 5 types of data views. Basic is to view the original data. Data comparison is to compare data from multiple channels. And cumulative sum is to express a quantity such as flow rate. An operation time is to show the operating time. Finally, there is an deviation time that shows the amount of time exposed to anomalous conditions. By creating these various data views, you can easily share the site with your team members. We provide a mobile page where you can view data by scanning the QR code without logging in. Also, since it uses the QR code printing function, you can print it on label paper and use it as a sticker. Now, shall we create a data view with me? After clicking the data view on the left, click the View settings in the upper right corner and click Add. When the data view creation screen appears, enter the data view name. I will enter freezer 1 temperature. Can you see the different chart types? Let's do this with the default chart type. Let's select the data duration as 24 hours and the chart type as line chart. Now, select the channel you want to view in the data view among the channels below. After selecting a channel, click Save in the lower right corner. A data view organized in charts and tables has been created with data for 24 hours a day today for freezer number 1. The date time shown below displays the measured date and time, and the measured time reflects the measurement cycle you set. If you click the arrow in the lower right corner, you can move to the next page and view previous data. Back to the graph. If you want to see a more detailed value, just drag it. Shall we drag from 3 to 6? How is it? If you want to see more detailed values here, you can drag again. I'll drag between 330 and 400. Now you can see a more detailed graph. If you want to see the overall data trend from the beginning, click Show All in the upper right corner. Returns to the initially set graph shape. Also, click the calendar above to select a date to check data, and then click Load on the right to view the data for that date. Let's make a comparison chart this time. Click View settings in the upper right corner again and click Add. The title will be Temp Comparison. For the chart type, select Data Comparison. And then, let's set the period to 1 week. Let's click 1 week and select the chart type as Line Chart. Finally, select the 2 data channels to compare below. Click on Refrigerator 1 and Refrigerator 2, and then Save at the bottom right. Now, how about last week's values for both channels? If you place the mouse cursor over the graph, you can see the values measured by each channel at the same time. Move the mouse cursor slightly left and right. Is an accurate comparison possible? Comparison charts can also be dragged to enlarge the values for a shorter period of time. Shall we zoom in on a specific date? Let's zoom in on the graph of May 17. Can you see the comparison chart for this day at a glance? Similarly, the measured values of the 2 channels measured every 30 minutes are also displayed under the graph for easy comparison. Now let's create a cumulative sum chart. Click View Settings, Create, and enter the title, Ammonia Level. This time, we will set the period to 24 hours and click the NH3 channel below. Now, can you see the hourly runoff value is shown as a bar graph, while the daily cumulative value is shown as an area graph? In line with this, you can see that the area of the area graph that displays the cumulative amount gets wider as the times go by. The y-axis value on the left is the scale for the hourly runoff, and the y-axis value on the right is the scale for the daily runoff accumulation. The accumulated amount can also be enlarged, as you can see when dragged and returned to show all. Similarly, you can click the calendar in the upper right corner to call up data for a specific date you want. If you set the period of the accumulated amount chart to 1 month, you can check the daily amount of wastewater discharged and the accumulated amount of wastewater discharged monthly, or the amount of carbon dioxide emitted today and the total amount of carbon dioxide emitted this month on one page. Now let's create an operation chart. Click View Settings and add. The title will be EO Exposure Time. For the chart type, click Operation Time and enter the desired value in the operating range below. Shall we enter numbers from 5 to 8? Then click the data duration to 1 week and then click the EO channel below. Click Save. Similarly, daily operation time is displayed as a bar graph and weekly cumulative operation time is displayed as an area graph. The difference with the cumulative amount graph is that you set up time. As previously set, the exposure time of the EO gas at a concentration of 5 to 8 ppm is calculated and shown in the field. Similarly, monthly pump operation hours and appropriate CO2 maintenance time could be displayed. Next, let's create a deviation time chart that is similar to operation time but shows the opposite case. Click View Settings, Add, and then enter the title Humidity Escape Time. For the chart type, click on Deviation Time and set the normal range to 30 to 40%. I will set the period to 1 month and click the humidity channel you want to manage in the channel list below. Let's click Save. Are you displaying the bar graph by day and the cumulative time per month in area format? These data show the time deviating from the previously set appropriate humidity range, that is, the 30 to 40% range. In other words, it shows the accumulated time for the time when the humidity was lower than 30% and the time when the humidity was higher than 40% by day and month. By using this deviation time data view, you can create data views such as appropriate temperature overtime or appropriate humidity overtime to systematically manage the site. Let's download the data chart we just created. Click View Settings and then Download. Can it be downloaded directly as a CSV file? Let's open the downloaded file. The date is displayed in the time column, and the measured values are displayed in the column with the channel name on the right. Let's go back to Radionode365. This time, we will print the QR code. Let's press Freezer 1 Temperature in the data chart created on the left. Click App in the upper right corner and click Add. Is the QR code generated? Let's set a password for data security and click Save. After entering your password, now you can see this page through QR code with your mobile phone. It shows the current value of the Freezer 1 temperature chart. Data for 1 day, data for 3 days, and data for 7 days are displayed. You can print this QR code and stick it on the wall or refrigerator like a sticker. In addition, if it is placed on a wall or door outside the confined space, workers can check in advance whether the gas value in the confined space is at a safe level before entering the site. By using the dataview function, you can significantly reduce the time required to generate meaningful data for work. Set up a custom data view that is perfect for your valuable assets and your site and systematically monitor it. Next time, we will introduce how to set up an alarm function. This was the Mac of the Radionode 365 team. Thank you.